Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here, the Transformers Legacy Evolution review. In this review, take a look at Deluxe Class Shrapnel, the second Insecticon to be released in the Legacy line. First we got Kickback last year, now we get Shrapnel this year. See the box art here, Shrapnel right there. Nice artwork here of his alt mode. Turn aside to get pics of the robot. Turn back. The Evo Fusion is combining his three weapons together to make one long gun. Or you can just store them on the robot and just use his more G1-esque rifle. Turn this side here, you get half of the Legacy artwork. Up here, you scan this, and you can read all about his bio, strengths, and weaknesses. Inside the box, you'll find your excited tissue paper. So when you get excited about your new toy, you know what you can do with this. His accessories come wrapped inside of this. Plus, you'll get his handy-dandy instructions. Use them if you want. Transforms very simple and very much almost like his G1 toy. You'll get the almighty Shrapnel. And you'll get his accessories right here. You get two of these and his G1-esque rifle. These right here, they almost like have like toes, like the insect legs. And also are blasters on the other side. Now, the Evo Fusion gimmick is you take this weapon here, which is based off his G1 rifle. This is his G1 toy gun right here. So very much like that. Of course, in G1, this went over his forearm. This is going to peg into his hand. Now, to do the Evo Fusion, you take this one, or one of these, and you just plug it into the ass end of that. Take the other one, take the peg hole right here in the front, peg that in, and voila, you now have the Evo Fusion cannon. And peg, hand. So you can hold in both hands. Just make sure you don't drop your figure when doing so. You turn it, turn the gun, bring the other hand up, and voila. Shrapnel is armed and ready to take out the Autobots. Here is Shrapnel next to his G1 toy. And if you want to mimic the wheels and little like gun thing on the back of G1 toy here, you can take these and you just peg them into the peg holes on the back of his forearms, and by doing that you will sort of recreate the G1 toy look. And also his animation model for the G1 cartoon, also use this here and put that on the back, so we'll show that off real quick too. Then you just take his gun, pop it in his hand, get them all ready. And there you go. Legacy Evolution Shrapnel, robot mode with all its accessories. And yes, Shrapnel's accessories are all Blast Effect compatible. Closer look at the head sculpt here and details on Shrapnel. I do love the head sculpt. It's kind of like he's like, but he's got a nice menacing looking face. The paint is applied well. Just have one little small little blemish right above his nose. He's got a nice blue paint here, some silver paint. Decepticon logo there. Nice detailing here on the chest and torso. This is also painted, so I'm assuming the plastic here might be not black plastic because it's all painted. Because everything else is black, is just black plastic. And that's the only black paint that I see is applied here and on his head. You can come here on the sides. The gun is molded in purple plastic, painted silver, and gets a little bit of yellow paint on his toes. You can get some red on the stripes and stuff in the back to sort of mimic the G1 stickers, which mine doesn't have applied on my G1 toy for the bug mode and everything. The only thing I kind of wish in this mode is that his Decepticon logo was up higher to more mimic the be closer to the G1 animation model. But this is fine here as well. Again, it's a nice looking toy. The purple on here is more of a bright purple. And I'll compare him to Kickback in a minute. Kickback has more of a darker purple, more matte finishes, a little more bright and shiny. This right here, his legs is also, I think, black plastic is painted into this color. You can see right here, there's a little bitty blemish, like a little scratch there. You can see the black peeking through. So his thighs here are actually painted this color. He's got silver, sort of grayish hips up here. And one thing I do like here on the antenna is these and the little face covers are separate pieces. So when you want to move these, it doesn't move those. And when you want to move these to hide his face, it doesn't move these. Like the G1 toy is all one piece. Here it is not, so you can actually move these around without having to move these. Overall, the figure is not very hollow. It's got a little bit back here in the back of the thighs and the forearms where the hands fold out. A little bit like some little divots like up here. As of course the guns always in the bottom of the feet always have a little bit of hollowness. Of course they have the ports here, so you can always put your weaponizers and stuff into the bottom of Shrapnel as well. Comparison next to Legacy Kickback, you can kind of tell on camera. It's harder, I guess, harder to tell on camera, but you can kind of tell the purples are different. His is a little bit more of a dark purple, whereas his purple there is a lighter color, or not lighter, but a brighter color of purple. They look really good together. I can't wait to get Bombshell finally, because I think having the original trio here would be very, very nice to see. Like they're like little mini masterpieces. I don't want to say that because it's not masterpiece build, or I say third party build, because I think masterpieces are now mostly just plastic anyway, not no die cast. But they look like the little, they almost look like the Bad Cube versions that they made, just shrunk down into, you know, deluxe scale for your mainline Transformers. Really good looking Transformers. I have really no complaints over these guys. Well, I was never a big fan of the Decepticons in the cartoon, but I really do like the toys. I like the G1 toys. I really like these toys. They have really impressed me. I'm just very happy with these. It just harkens back to nostalgia and childhood. He does have the little humps here on the legs. I'm glad they incorporated that. It's just a really nice figure. I just love the glossy, shiny torso here and head. I just really like the way that shines in the light. This looks more quality. He does feel a little more quality, I would say, than Kickback as well. More comparisons. Here he is next to Siege Starscream, and I believe this is the Netflix version of Megatron. Next to Thrilling 30's Shrapnel. He was re-released in the Power of the Primes line. I think they slightly changed something. But this is my Thrilling 30s version with the silver eye band, and he does have a weapon from, I think, Non-F Productions in his hands. So you can see how these two compare now. A lot bigger with the Deluxe class. Alright, so overall articulation on the figure, your shoulders go out to there. You can 360 these bad boys all the way around. Just watch out for his antennae. You get upper thigh swivels. You get elbow bends to there. No wrist swivels. They are fixated here on a hinge that just folds into the forearms. The head can 360 around. So it's sort of hard to get your hand in there between all this stuff here. You also can 360 his waist. My figure has some stiff joints, just the way she likes it. But my waist is overly stiff, really hard to turn. Nothing's loose, nothing's floppy on my copy, so that is a good thing. That's the way she likes. She doesn't want anything to be floppy anyway. Hips go out to here. They're sort of slight, like a soft, catch, like a ratchet. There's no ratchets, but you can just feel it catching inside of here ever so slightly. You can kick forward to there, back to there, knee bends to there. You get your thigh swivels up here, and you get your ankle tilts to there. It looks like it can go further, but I'm not getting anything else. I'm not going to force anything because I don't want to break anything. Because you never know nowadays what you might snap on a figure. Alright, so let's transform Shrapnel into his insect mode. It's very simple and almost just like his G1 toy. You want to take these up here, cover that beautiful mug. You want to come down to his waist. You want to 360, not 360, you want to 180 this sucker. And this hurts my hand. Not fully healed yet. You turn him around here, fold his feet down. Then you want to open these up, these little panels here. What you're going to do with this is his leg's going to come around here. You want to bring this down, and you're going to bring this up at the knee, this little pin, and you're going to bring this up, and there's tabs right here. So you bring this one down, you'll see the little one here. Legs will tab together, and there's these two little slots right on the side of his crotchets. It's hard to see, but these tabs here will fold up and they'll lock into that. So you want to bring his legs up on that hinge. Bring your other one up on that hinge. Just tab them together. And you're going to now push those into that crotchetal and get them to lock into that. Now you want to fold his fist in to his forearms. And on his forearms here, there's these two tabs. A slight raised piece here. You see two slots, and then where the slightly raised piece will fit. Like a puzzle. Just snap that sucker right in there. Helps if I have his arms actually straight. That. We'll hear a little snap. Snappity-doo! So you turn to the underside. These are here become his legs. Let's pull these out. This one here on this side is a little bit tighter than the other side. And you transform Shrapnel into his insect mode. You take this gun here, and you just stick it in either one of these ports, these pig holes. Instructions show you there. It's also on this artwork on this box. Now these pieces here, if you don't want to keep these anywhere, if you just want to put these in a box and not use them, you're more than welcome to, because these don't have to be on here for his insect mode. He can balance on these feet here, and these little, this panel folded out, this will catch him in the backside. So if you don't want him to be, if you want him to be a little more lean, or if you want him to look a little more beefy, it's up to you there. I kind of like the look of having these in, so I'm going to leave these on the underside here. Of course, another thing you do, the instructions do show us as well, is you want to move his antenna, and they usually have them closer together like this. And of course, they support blast effects. I kind of wish that the Insecticons, or at least this guy here, came with different, or they come their own blast effects that sort of mimic what they had in the G1 cartoon or comics or something like that. Just something else to give these figures. So you can have that working here, or you can have him, of course, shoot out of his gun up top. And so comparisons in insect mode. Here he is next to his G1 counterpart. A lot smaller than G1, but of course the G1 had wheels, so he could roll around. Your Legacy Evolution has none of that. He is just static. You got to make him hop and walk yourself. And next to Legacy Kickback. They look really good together. Like I said before, I can't wait to get Bombshell to complete the original trio. And I do hope they do make the Deluxe Insecticons, Venom, Ransack. Well, we already got a Ransack. Venom, Chop Shop. So I hope they start making some more of them so we can get all the Insecticons in together. I do hope they change up a little bit more, because I think Chop Shop, you can pretty much use Shrapnel, which they did do with the Thrilling 30 Shrapnel. They turned him into Chop Shop. Just change his little antennas to be like the mandibles, and then it gets kind of like little teeth, or some bite to them. And next to his Thrilling 30 counterpart, Shrapnel. Closer look at the details in insect mode. Pretty much what you saw in robot mode. You do get the back of the legs here, though, so you can see a little more of that red and silver trim showing up right here. And you also get these little like spikes up here. Alright, so final thoughts here on Shrapnel. I absolutely am impressed with this figure. Absolutely love this figure. I really like Kickback. I really like Shrapnel. He is excellent. If you like Kickback, you're going to like Shrapnel. If you like the G1 toy, you're going to like this guy. This is a nice update to the G1 toy. Transforms just the same pretty much. Very simple transformation. These figures would be good if you want to get a Transformer that's a little more complex for kids. Yeah, either of these would be good for that. They're simple transformations. I think Shrapnel will probably be better overall. I think he'd be less likely to snap or break than some parts maybe on Kickback. But I think Shrapnel, these would be good first Transformers for kids who are progressing out of like these simple quick change Transformers. These I think would be a decent replacement. I know these cost more than say some of the ones you can get at the dollar store for $10. They're pretty simple, but these are a little more quality and still pretty simple Transformers, and these look beautiful. The paint on mine is excellent. He's got lots of paint actually applied to this figure, and doesn't have very many hollow spots to speak of. He's not like one of these big hollow Transformers we've been getting a lot of nowadays. It's a nice figure. I do recommend this toy to anybody because it's a good action figure. You can transform this guy back and forth within a minute, or you can even say seconds to just minutes. He's fast to transform to insect and back to robot, so you can get lots of good quality play time or just fiddling around time with either of these two guys here. And thanks for watching this review. Until the next one. Peace out.